subscribe to people?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
No, hello then.
Can I get some data faces in chat? More data faces.
More data faces.
More data faces.
Oh, we could have a data face verse. What face could I get?
I'm saying, can we get more data faces?
You can't even see them.
The only data faces I can see are people who are subscribed to LCC. I can't even see that. The biggest bait of all time.
Oh, I want some honks. Forget data
Hey, I
face.
can see quads. Quads.
I want some honks.
Filling my wishes for data face.
Demand honks.
Shout out to Chen.
Chen owns. Big fan of Chen. Yeah, there we go. Like, it's good to know how much of a delay there is, so that's what this is good for.
What's that?
It's good to know how much of a delay there is between us talking and chat.
JRTA4. He's just hanging on that one frame. Is JRTA4 running for you?
I have them both up.
JRTA4 is stuck on like one frame of the track screen. Reload this.
I just want to let everybody know that this is the start of a new prize block. So if you starting with this game and ending at, let's see where we're ending at. We're ending at Silver Grapple. So you got about 5 hours or so. So in the next 5 hours, you can donate. If you donate $5 or more, you have a chance to win a Rockman 2 card. So get your donations in for that, $5 or more. And yeah, without further ado, we are just about ready to go. Just gonna make sure our runners are ready and then we can get this thing started.
Rockman 2 car is a nice red color. You want that in your collection. Yeah, it's
I think it could be better if it was blue, but you know, that's just me.
Well,
the blue one. The blue one
on the art is really good.
I forget which box is the blue box. Or the blue
All right, Cypher, Elo, they are ready. Give them the countdown. Let's get this started.
You can do it, Cypher.
All right. 2, 1, go. Oh,
Nope, we're good.
That took a little while to go.
I think it's just always a little bit of delay, but
yeah, it might be different delays. Anyway, this is Rockman 2, everyone. Mega Man 2 in the West. But this is a very glitched and very technical speedrun that starts out a little slow. We go to Flashman stage because we need to pick up some items. Flashman stage can't really be sped up by the other items that much, so we do this one first. And Flashman also is fairly weak to Buster compared to other Robot Masters.
It's a pretty quick.
Flashman, there's not a whole lot going on, but once we start getting to Heat and Air, we'll see more interesting tricks happen.
I mean, we've got Tin Can jump right here. It's the most interesting trick in the whole stage. Dude, they both got it. Gods.
Oh, did I say 2, 1, go? Wow, what's wrong with me?
It's late at night. It's okay.
Well, they both jump Tin Can, or they both get the Flash Fight, which is a very, very interesting fight to learn.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very cool to pull off.
I wonder what Flash strats they're going to be going for. Oh, okay.
Well, neither of them got a time stop, so
Time stop.
and yeah, probably the main reason it's run on Japanese is these screens right here. Throughout the run, you say what 42.66 seconds rather
Yeah,
than playing.
According
on
to an old
English.
Seth Glass post.
Yeah,
that-
who knows if that's actually legit? That was just. Who would ever go back and time this? It's just everyone just believes the Glass,
yeah.
the legend.
All right, so we have the item 3 from Flashman going into Heatman stage now. We'll be using the item 3 at the start of this, or the end of this room rather, to skip a little bit of some platforming, and then we'll see it used more prominently in some later screens.
This is the first stage you'll see a type of like item 3 climb being used, and it's used to set up the zip. Like if you drop item 3 on a specific, is it 3? Is it a 3
So I
pixel
think
wing?
there's four pixels where you can drop an item 3 while on a ladder, and the item 3 will be placed that you can immediately drop off the ladder and land on it. Which is it? JRTA4 is Shoka or Zaraki?
4 is Shoka.
Okay, so you saw Shoka do that. You saw Zaraki do it just now as well, and they use that to initiate the zip. And you'll see a lot more zipping later in the run, but that's the first big one. And then these, the Yoku block section, the disappearing blocks, is on a strange timer where the faster and more aggressively you jump to the next block, it'll start the timer for a block much later on in the sequence to begin its countdown to actually appear. And so, like, the more aggressively you push it, like, the faster later blocks appear. And it's sort of a cascading effect.
It's pretty cool. It's like the faster you can go, the faster the box will spawn. It's a very neat like mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people will complain and say it's stupid, but these are the people that don't like Rockman 2 for whatever reason. The Heat fight's a really cool thing as well, like the Heat little dance. I want to say, were you the first one to start doing it in Run Cypher?
I think I did the modern form of it first. Like NOU1, who held the record from like 2012 to 2014, roughly, he did a sort of safer version of the dance. But the reason that they were doing those little jumps away from Heatman is because Heatman has 3 predictable time he can wait before he starts blazing at you. It's 30 frames, 60 frames, or 90 frames. So we do a small jump to anticipate each one, and we don't have to actually react to it. And now coming up to Airman. Airman is a pretty visually impressive stage. I'll let the stage speak for itself.
Especially with item 1, which is arguably the best item.
Oh man, Shoka's going for it right now.
So yeah, you can do a flash stop strat at the start of the stage, and we'll see if Zaraki chooses to, and he is. So you can actually see the alternate starts at the flash stage. Using the item 1 version saves you like a menu basically.
Shoka's going for full. Oh, what a
my lord.
jam! Oh no!
Oh, that is the worst possible place that could happen.
Yeah,
That is so unfair.
Shoka almost had this incredibly hard strat, an incredibly risky strat. He missed the lip of the last platform, and so he has to go for the backup flash strat, and now he has to wait for the clouds.
Yeah, an alternate strat is to just, if you die once in the air section, just game over so you can do it again, because now you better do this with that item once.
Yeah,
But, he's just
I
opting
think-
to just go through it.
I'm not sure which is the faster option, but... And yeah, once Airman goes wrong once, it can sort of, like, keep going wrong.
As someone who's played Zipless and has to kill those guys normally, those guys are actually really annoying to kill. That one in particular, in Rockman 2, is actually very annoying to kill.
They take 5 hits, right?
It's 3, but it's really annoying because you have to hold the full jump to get the last hit off.
Right, yeah. Difficult in both Zipless and any percent. Brutal stage.
Also be pretty neat with Zaraki having a bit of a lead, since Shoka does have the better PB by about 40, 30, 35 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's around 40 seconds. Zaraki got a really good pattern there, by the way. Since Airmen can throw, that leave you like a wide open line of shot between his tornadoes, so you can hit him from like the very start of the pattern. But he has 5 patterns total, and the other 3 patterns are like not very friendly with allowing
Yeah, he's
shots.
basically got 2. He's got 1 amazing pattern, 1 pretty nice pattern, 1 average, and then 2 that are just bleh. And you'll find out how much of an annoyance that is in the free fights.
Yeah, Shoka should be past the bad parts now. So Zaraki's starting Clashman stage. Crashman. And oh my goodness, he is going for... Man, these guys have balls of steel.
They do, man.
Yeah, so
First
Zaraki
screen clashes it,
for-
man.
we call the Biggie Special, named after our own cool kid. And it involves doing a very elaborate series of zips and like off-screen traversals. Like around 5 seconds faster than the version you're currently seeing, which is a faster or not faster, safer, and more consistent, the midpoint of the Clashman level. So Zaraki just went through the safe version of the zip setup, and he's moving on to the second half of the stage, which is that's not a walk in the park either.
Nope, the whole stage is impossible.
Yeah. I would honestly say Clashman is the most difficult stage to consistently get clean runs of.
Like Zaraki getting stuck on the ladders. You'd be surprised how
Yeah. Oh, he did like
difficult
this.
Mega Man 2
He like
ladders are.
climbed halfway up the ladder there. That's when he was like partially in the wall.
So you'll see him doing item 3 climbing now, where if you drop it on a correct set of pixels. you can
Right.
jump up
So this
instantly
is
and- Oh,
this
Shoka.
thing-
Oh, the last part.
What?
Shoka's getting very
What is
unfair
going on in
with
Shoka's game right now?
He failed the jump part of it at the end and didn't get boosted up. So he has to do
Okay.
a whole... He has to walk around to the checkpoint now and then just... I've had to do this in a marathon before, it sucks.
Wow. Yeah,
At least he knows what to do. You've got to climb up and bounce off a net and then die in the checkpoint.
I have never seen
Die
or
at the
had to
checkpoint.
do that before. I have never
fail, you
seen or
restart.
had to do that.
There was a time I did what Shoka did in a marathon and I didn't know the backup and I had to ask the viewer in chat what to do. It
The same run that you
embarrassing.
soft locked in.
No, this was for like a best of Nest or something. It's like
Oh,
the first time I've ever done it and I'm like, crap, what do I do? I do a help.
He's starting Quickman here. Little less intense than Clashman, but still has its share of zips. Actually, see if Zaraki goes for lights out version of
Pretty
the
certain he
stick.
turns off the lights.
Yeah. Also, pay close attention to how the runners set up that first Quickman zip that Zaraki did. Every runner that plays Rockman 2 has a slightly different way of setting up that zip. It's interesting. Like, no two setups, or no two approaches to that setup are the same, from what I've found.
Shoka got the nice quick kill on Clashman, which is outside of execution random as far as I'm concerned. You just have to get the right kill.
There. You really wanted that big energy, I guess.
Yeah. It's another reason why people sometimes take 1-ups. And also, if he... I guess he was going for the 1-up. If he
I
didn't
think
get the 1-up,
but now
die,
the runners are even now.
yeah, it's a fresh game. Because Shoka's game over, so he doesn't have to like die to do the wood zip or anything. This is interesting now.
I think Zaraki is low on lives, though.
He just game over.
Oh, he just game over. Okay, so yeah, this race
Shoka hasn't died, so his Shoka's only death now. He's technically clashed it.
Oh man, this is frame for frame race right here.
Hell yeah!
Some like elaborate mismatch dying earlier in the game to get to this point.
We'll see who can pull off the elaborate dark zip.
Yeah. They're walking in complete darkness now. It's not that bad once you have the layouts memorized, but this is a side effect of that first big zip you do in the stage. Oh man. Don't wait for Zaraki there. But that's a side effect of doing the big zip. And the lights never get turned back on if you just zip all the way to the end of that hallway.
I would hope he doesn't go for the zip again, because he doesn't have any flash. This could be a very bad thing. This could be a very bad thing, actually.
Meanwhile, Shoka successfully avoided soft locking in the only part of the game where you can... Well, not the only part. There's another part in Metal Man stage. Main part where you'll be afraid of soft locking in a marathon run. If you over-zip past the entrance to the Quickman boss room, you just get stuck forever. And you would basically have to reset your console and enter a password back to the Quickman stage. So Woodman
can find his way through the darkness this time.
Yeah, Woodman has a lot going on as well. Not that far behind Clashman as like the most maneuver dense level in the game, in my opinion. So these
More
dogs.
confusing to viewers.
What's that?
Wood's more confusing to viewers, but
Oh,
Clash
for
is, like,
sure,
way
yeah.
convoluted.
These dog zips are pretty difficult, especially the first room. That's like the main difficult part of the stage. And then Shoka is going to do an extremely elaborate zips and like walking through rooms later in the level, but it looks like he's just walking through this one room the entire time. We wouldn't really be able to explain any deeper details than that.
Nope.
Want to
You
know
have to
more?
see a map of Woodman to be able to point out where they are right now. Like, I could tell you where they are, but it wouldn't help you.
Yeah. There's a video by Biscuit, the founder of Task Videos, that has a marvelous demonstration and explanation of what's going on in this series of zips. And during the Clashman series of zips at the beginning of the Clashman stage.
It is a very good video. Maybe I'll get a link for it.
Oh. Shoka with fast tornadoes.
I love fast tornadoes.
Yeah. Dude, slow tornadoes is such a bad feel.
It's just pure RNG, whatever. Nothing new about it.
Yeah. So that seemed like a pretty good wood for Shoka, right? Major mishaps. Anyway, definitely check out that video Elanesia just linked in the chat.
Alright, I have an important update.
Alright.
Shoka's been tweeting during this, and the latest one, I'm gonna guess, roughly translates to "this is shit."
This is what?
This is shit.
Oh. Lovely. This gameplay is lovely.
We will say when he joined the Discord to talk before the race, the first thing he said to us was, "Can't I quit?" Dude, Rockman 2 just breaks your spirits.
This game is just brutal in a marathon setting. Like, messing up any major trick, like in a doing attempt setting, just kills your run. And so in a marathon setting, boatload, you lose boatloads of time, and it looks really ugly. It's just the unfortunate reality of running this game in a marathon. If you pull stuff off, it looks really impressive. So it's like a very high risk, high reward game to run in a marathon.
You're constantly running on 0 lives unless you game over. But then at that point, it looks sloppy. It's
Yeah.
Crusoe.
If you pull stuff off, you're a hero.
Yep. If someone can pull off like the 27 in the marathon run, you're like a legend.
Yeah. Does it during the relay at AGDQ? Preferably me.
Time for bit rates to disappear for Bubble Man.
Yeah. So we didn't talk about Metal Man at all because there's like nothing going on in that stage.
It's a short stage.
Big zip, and then a smaller zip at the bottom of the stage. But Metal Man, so there's kind of a meme that Metal Man's like impossible because to mess it up in a really silly ways that waste a lot of time, even though it's really easy. Bubble Man
The
has
best
more.
way is losing like
Yeah. Man has more going on. I think did Shoka
he item 2'd over everything, so he's not gonna do the item 2 zip.
Oh, yeah, item 2, okay. So there's an alternate route in this stage where you walk across the first screen using item 1 to jump over the frogs, and then you do a frame-perfect zip using the item 2 in this screen that Shoka is currently in. You item 2 off the higher leveled ceiling near the front of the screen. You zip through that whole corridor you just walk through. But again, it's a frame-perfect item 2 zip. Pretty unsafe to go for in marathons. If you want to see an example of why it's unsafe, run from AGDQ 2014 of this game.
I was about to mention go watch Amazon, but you did it for me.
Yeah.
Very amazing sequence of trying to set up that zip.
Amazing in quotes, yeah. And a good bubble fight there.
Yeah, basically Bubble Man can shoot 1, 2, or 3 bubbles at the start of the fight, and 3 is stupidly laggy. But Shoka got a nice 1 bubble pattern. That's what you can. It's all you want from that guy. Comfy 1 bubble pattern.
Really unfortunate because if he shoots 1 or 2 bubbles, you can actually go for a really cool looking trick called the double KO, where die right before the boss dies, and then you kind of get stuck in the air when the boss dies, and then you take fewer frames to warp or teleport off screen. So if you do that during the Bubble Man fight, like you die on the ceiling, the spike ceiling, and then Bubble Man dies right afterward, you save about 20 frames, but that's not really possible with the 3 bubble pattern.
Yeah, it's pretty tricky, but that's the best place. Like, there's lots of double KOs you can do in this game. That's by far the best one to do. The next best one would be the Wily 2 boss. Yeah.
Yeah, that saves like 5 frames.
And then the best one of all is the Heatman double KO, which saves a whopping 1 frame.
Oh, so Shoka.
That one's for you, Chris.
There are 2 big tricks in Wily 1. This series of vertical wraps Shoka just did successfully. And then there is a series of item 1 placements here in these open air screens. So he used those 3 item 1s to get partially off the ladder, and then he used the second set of free item 1s to do another set of vertical wraps. And so very clean stage on Shoka's part.
Here's where your items don't refresh every stage, so missing anything in these stages item-wise is an absolute nightmare.
Yeah. In a marathon setting, it's not that bad because there
There's a
are
lot of
some
I guess I'm more talking about grinding for
refills lying around certain stages. I'm disappointed Shoka's not going for the delay scroll dragon strat.
His best strat ever.
There's a strat on the dragon where you kind of like throw 3 item 1s on the right wall, and you kind of like them to the like against the right edge of the screen, and there's like probably a 0.01% chance that you delay scroll to like a screen that doesn't exist, and then the dragon dies immediately.
It all has to do with lag and subpixels and things you can't control.
And if you get it.
Yeah, there's one in Wily 4, and if you get it, it just kills you, and it's not up to you at all whether it happens. I've had it happen to me twice in runs. It's pretty stupid. I don't think I've seen delayed deaths in a marathon yet in Wily 4.
Just want to remind everybody that you can win a Rockman 2 cart, exactly what they're pulling out right now, if you do donate $5 or more from now until about the next 5 hours. So get those donations in.
Very, very fond of my own Rockman 2 cart. Oh, Shoka got fairly bad luck on that drill corridor. So we have to use the Leaf Shield as a part of the fastest route through the Wily levels. There are alternate routes that use the flash item through that drill corridor, which the chance of getting time-wasting drops, but there is a strat we use with the Leaf Shield that minimizes the chance of the drops actually dropping in the hallway. Sometimes they can get zipped off screen, but unfortunately, Shoka got fairly bad luck there anyway.
There was a time where you would just charge through and pray for luck. Thankfully, I think this man right here, Cypher, found a nice manipulation strength line.
It's like it arbitrarily zips.
Oh my god, that dragon on Zaraki. Thought he was gonna fall off.
That's old school. That's like NOU1 right there.
I haven't seen a busted dragon fight in a long time.
Yeah. You won. That's strat. So Shoka has a pretty comfortable lead here. Have some of the toughest stages coming up. Wily 4, things can very easily go wrong there, including deaths. Wily 5, you can not have enough ammo going into the machine fight. Bad stuff can happen there as well. So this race is far from over.
Wily 4 pretty much brings every type of zip to the table, plus a really interesting glitch on the boss side. It comes down to a 2-frame window at the end whether you get it or not, actually.
Yeah, it's true.
Which is kind of funny when you think about it.
All. It has like vertical wraps, it has zips, it has it has all the different kind of glitches you'll see in this run in that level.
Zaraki with a nice Mega Man 5 reference in the hallway.
But meanwhile, we're on Wily 3, which actually has even less going on in it than the Metal Man stage.
Yeah, it's a pretty weird stage that they put in here. It's just nothing, and then there's a weird boss at the end.
They just wanted a stage to show off the weird fish sprites.
Yeah, they never used the fish ever again.
A 5-jump tank kill.
Maybe. Those are pretty impressive.
Alright. Shoka is heading into Wily 4, which Sinister and I agreed recently is the most non-trivial input-dense stage in the run. You can parse that sentence.
That was a mouthful.
I was opting to pick up any refills, so again, going all in.
Yeah, so Wily 4 is chock full of these like item 3 instant jump off tricks, which each one individually is not that hard, but with so many, it's not it's easy to drop one of them, right? And so he did like a mini zip past that Met in the second screen, and now he just did a vertical wrap, and he's going to do a really cool zip that Elanesia found here, where he like grabs the ladder off screen, and then he appears like above the ladder, and then he zips he gets warped upward into the ceiling and does a long zip through most of the hallway.
Saves a long walk. And it still isn't in
Yeah.
the task because it hasn't been updated, so I still have the strat that is better than the task. I can go down in history with that. It's my greatest accomplishment.
Yeah, we're probably going to get that new task in like 2021.
Never gonna happen.
Alright, so this boss fight is complicated. There's this glitch that Shoka's going to utilize called damage transfer, where depending on X positions of when you took damage, so he took damage there on a specific pixel to set up damage transfer on one of the boo beams, which unfortunately he actually messed it up because he got hit by one of the shots in the middle of that fight. But he salvaged that pretty well. That was a pretty good fight for taking damage unintentionally.
Yeah, those last two blocks he has to kill. If he lands that crash bomb in a 2-frame window, it actually blows up both of them.
Yeah,
which is
so he missed that.
100% quiet required to PB when you're playing this game, which is really stupid.
Yeah. So now he's only going to have one crash bomb for the Wily machine fight when you want to have two. But I'm sure he'll be able to manage perfectly fine. And now refights are a gauntlet in this game, particularly when doing like, normal PB attempts. But they're actually slightly different than their original fight in terms of like the room layout or the conditions of the fight in general. And so you actually have to know some different stuff for these fights compared to their original appearances.
The quick man fight that you just saw is a good example because it's a really cool fight in his room, like as in the refight room. In his stage fight room, it's a piece of crap.
Yeah.
I'll have to see what airman pattern. Most important thing.
Oh, he got the good
Yep, you got a 2-cycle. You just need 2 of 5 things to happen in that airman fight going into that with sleep shield. And good runs just get lucky all the time. It's very bizarre.
I don't know what it is about the He-Man refight, but it's so easy to take damage.
Oh yeah, it's very weird.
It's just like a psychological thing, I think. I hate this Bubble Man refight.
Yeah, it's pretty crappy.
Just because like you have so little control over
Here, Zaraki got the 2-frame.
something, and you don't know what pattern he's gonna give you until like he's already started his pattern. It sucks.
Zaraki actually got a perfect Wily 4 fight, so...
Oh,
yay.
nice. Also, yeah, Metal Man takes 2 hits to kill with his own weapon.
Double the meme. Shoka's
Oh,
busting
he's
out the
using
heat.
Sonic Fire. This strat.
It should do half his health.
Smart, I think. This is smart. Alright, now I know what to do when I'm like in here. Yeah, so he used his remaining crash bomb to in right below the part of its sprite where it would absorb the crash bomb. So the crash bomb like starts exploding and the explosions kill the machine quickly. But if you shot the crash bomb any higher, then the crash bomb would just do 4 damage to the machine and there would be no explosions. Now he's going into the final zip of the game in Wily 6.
One final test of don't go past the door while you're running.
That, but certain zips, if you go past the door, then like the game doesn't allow you to enter the next screen. So he did not do that, thankfully. He entered the next screen.
Alien's a very mash intensive fight as well. Jump mashing, I should say.
All right. I wasn't timing.
30 flat.
30 flat. Run. Good stuff. I think that might be a better time than I've ever done in a marathon. So hats off to Shoka.
Yeah, it's not easy finishing a run of Rockman 2. Like, yeah, it's not a complete like massive train wreck. It can snowball, man.
We need to reiterate that this game is really difficult to run in a marathon with any sort of consistency.
It is brutal.
Yeah. Like, tiny things going wrong can just lead to minutes of time wasted and just ugliness. So major props to Shoka.
Also,
We're
the
heading
ending
into
theme is the
the
best.
final stage.
Yeah, I mean, Shoka had pretty much a really good Wily section right after the robots, so...
Yeah, his Wily stages were great.
Yeah,
Alright.
no one went past the final door.
Though I'm disappointed Shoka never, he didn't have any Shokas in his run.
No, he didn't. And for anyone wondering, a Shoka is when when you're zipping in the ceiling and you're trying to hit a door, you just slam right up against the door, no wiggling required, just stop right on the right frame. Shoka's
Yeah, which is a
PB of this
one-framer.
game has almost 100% of that. It's pretty astounding.
Shoka's PB of this game is a marvel. Alright, and there's Zaraki.
GG's.
And there is a Rockman 2 race for you guys. Really entertaining race. Really fun to commentate with my
it was really fun to
commentate Rockman 2 compatriot
On
on
time.
Rock.
Right back at you. And I should say congratulations on your 26 as of two hours ago, Cypher.
Thank you. And raising money to bring over Zaraki and Shoka to AGDQ as they will be playing in the Classic Mega Man 1 through 3 relay Friday night, I believe, in the AGDQ schedule. So we still have a little bit more to get to the goal. So keep supporting, keep donating, and keep watching.
Keep rocking.
Keep rocking.
Also, Yuki-chan's papa.
Thanks, Zaraki, for doing this run. By the way, the Mega Man 2 ending sequence is the best.
It's the greatest thing to hear, finishing a run and getting a PB.
All right. Well, that was awesome. It may have not been what you expected, but I thought it was a great race nonetheless.
It was a great race, yeah.
That was
So-
great with them going all out, like at the start. That was
Yeah.
Yeah, they went for like really like balls out strats for marathon setting.
Shoka's air was very ballsy. I wonder if he even knows any other air.
But yeah, thank you
I
very
wonder
much.
if-
Thank you very much, Shoka and Zaraki. It was a fantastic race. Thank you, Cypher and Elo, for your commentary. Appreciate it. And we also did have a donation that came in at the last second. We had a $20 donation from Kasa Nazumi. Says, good game. So thank you very much. And I just want to let everybody know that we are going to be taking the stream down for a brief moment. We're just going to switch something on the restreamers end that will hopefully fix the drop frames we've been having. So hopefully that will work. So we are going to go down very briefly. And for me, this is actually it for me. This is my last run, so I am heading off. This is Darkman signing off. Set is going to take over, and we are going to have Hotline Miami next. So hold on 1 second while we go down. We'll be back up in just a minute.
Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace out.